is what program? What is your program?
Bachelor of Aquaculture, sir.
Aquaculture. Okay, so this is your first semester or second semester?
Third semester.
Third semester. So all of you are senior already. Okay. So, okay. Welcome back to UPM. Okay, welcome back to the new semester. Okay, before we start our class, okay, so this is EPT3102, group 3. Okay, so make sure the class you attend is a correct class lah. Okay, that is number 1. Number 2, okay, before we start our class, today is our first meet. Okay, it's our first meet. I have to list out my rules. Okay, my class rules. Number 1, please attend the class on time. Now it's internet. I don't know why students still come late, join late. Okay, so if next time you join late more than 5 minutes, okay, and without any good reason, I will not allow you to come to the class and I record you as absent. So as you know, you are senior already. As you know, the attendance must be 80%. If in the week 12 or the week 14, you still cannot achieve 80% of the attendance, I will buy you seat for the exam. That's all. Okay, it's easier. Based on the rules and rules, okay, you like it or not, this is a university rules. Okay, so please come on time unless you have any good reason. Okay, for example, internet problem or what. So that's why you come late, but not always. Okay, not always. Maximum 2 or 3 times. Don't keep using internet problem as a excuse for you to skip the class or for you to not join the class. Okay, there's number 1. Number 2, okay, number 2. I will not force you to on your camera. I will not force you to on your camera, but when I ask you to answer the question, you have to answer the question. I will choose randomly. Okay, I will choose randomly. If you cannot answer my question, maybe it will affect to your assessment. Okay, maybe it will affect to your class assessment. Okay, so I don't know why you don't want to on your camera. I don't want to know because you already third semester. You are the senior already. So you should have your own discipline. Okay, now no more diploma, no more STPM, no more SPM. You are bachelor already. Okay, you should have your own self-discipline to know what you have to do and what you should not to do. And I don't want to scold you. I don't want to say anything. So I just want to remind you all, okay, before we start our class. So next time, don't mention that I never mentioned it. I never told you. Okay. So I make it clear first. Okay. The first class, I make it clear first. That's number 2. And then, okay. So this is a two main rules for my class. Okay, two main rules for my class. So I hopefully all of you can remember. I don't want to say again the rules. So hopefully all of you remember. Okay, remember. Okay, so welcome back to the new semester. Okay, so and I hopefully all of you will log into the Putra Blast and then download the notes before the class. Okay, try to go through the notes before the class. Okay, otherwise you may not able to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is EPT 3102 Economic Pertanian, or we say agriculture economics. So for this subject, okay, well, welcome back first. So in this subject, we have 3 main learning outcome. Okay, we have 3 main learning outcome. So the first outcome is evaluate your knowledge. Okay, CPA. Okay, so all of you should be know what is CPA already, right? Any idea what is CPO? What is CPA? What is Bloom taxonomy? Nobody know. Have you heard it before?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. One thing. Who is your class rep? May I know who is class rep? Who is your program lead? No one. Okay. So I want you choose a class rep. Choose a person. See, now only want to join the class. So I want you all choose a person to be an in charge person. Okay. I want you all choose a person to become as a in charge person. Okay. So anything I will, and then you create the WhatsApp group. Okay. In case I didn't, I have something urgent things need to inform you all. Okay. So I will inform you in the WhatsApp. Okay, this is my number. So I want you to choose a class rep, okay, and then to in charge, okay, to in charge your class. So to create a WhatsApp group, okay, I wait for it, okay. So, okay, so for this subject, okay, you will evaluate, okay, evaluate your CPA, okay, cognitive psychomotor affective. So what is CPA? Okay, what is CPA? You are senior, you suppose have to know what is CPA already. Okay, because in your exam, everything will based on this one to do the assessment. Okay, and this is not the first thing and not a new thing for you. C means the cognitive, the knowledge, the theory, the explanation, the definition, or the concept of the chapters. Okay, the concept of the certain theory. Okay, so in this subject, okay, we will test you until to the level 4. Level 4 means that you able, okay, you able relate the theory, the economics theory, with the agriculture sector. Okay, you able to link, okay, you able to link the theory, you able to use the theory, okay, to view or to analyze the agriculture sector problem. That's why after you have the enough knowledge, okay, the cognitive, then you will able to apply. Okay, you're able to apply the theory. Okay, you're able to apply the theory to solve the problem. After you identify what is the problem, then you're able to solve the problem with using the theory of economics. So that's why in this second learning outcome, we will testing you the CTPS and also NS. CTPS means critical thinking and problem solving. Okay, critical thinking and problem solving. Nowadays, a lot of the students, a lot of the young girls, the youth, okay, they don't want to think. Okay, they seldom to think. They just wait for the answer and wait for the outcome. No, you have to think. Okay, you have to think. Critical thinking and problem solving. In your lifetime, okay, in your lifetime, not just for the academic, not just for the exam, you have to think. Okay, you have to train yourself as a thinker. It's not an acceptor. Okay, you must think, able to think, able to analyze, able to solve the problem, able to find out the alternative solution. Because after you graduate, nobody will guide you. Nobody will help you. Everything you must independent. Okay, when we're talking independent, then it's related to the lifelong learning, the third learning outcome. Lifelong learning skill, the soft skill you must have. Okay, you must have the lifelong learning soft skill. So NS, okay, go back to the second learning outcome. NS is the new soft skill, okay, highlighted by the Higher Education Ministry of Higher Education. So which is the numerical skill. So numerical skill means that in this subject, it will related a lot of the calculation. It will related a lot of the mathematic solution. Because in economics is a social science. Okay, economics is a social science, we need to use the mathematics or the statistic to prove the theory, to show you the theory, to explain the theory in the objective way. So numerical skill, okay, is important in this subject. Number three, okay, after you're able to suggest the solution, able to apply the theory to find out the alternative solution for the problem, then you will able to relate, okay, you're able to relate the current issue, okay, the current issue with the government action, okay, the policy, okay, the policy implemented or launched by the government. Okay, you're able to analyze if government say we increase the subsidy, then what you have to do, what the market react. Okay, so if government say GDP is drop, so what you expect? Okay, what is the reasonable action for you? Or for example, government say, okay, interest rate increase or decrease. So what are the impact to you? Or government say we should increase, okay, the minimum wage, okay, minimum wages. Okay, so what are the impact to the supplier and the consumer? Or government say, okay, the price ceiling, okay, the price cannot sell more than certain price level. So what are the influence? What are the impact on the market? Is it will increase the society welfare or it will reduce the society welfare? So these are the things we will discuss in this subject. Okay, it will related to the current issue and related to the your life activities. So in the third learning outcome is A3 and LL. A here is means effective. Effective is from the appreciation. Whether student able to appreciate or able to absorb, okay, absorb the knowledge, okay, able to have a self-independent, okay, is it independent or would like to know more about it. So that's why you have a LL. Okay, LL is a lifelong learning. Lifelong learning means that is it in this subject you will increase your curiosity. You want to know more. Okay, you interested to find out more about it. Okay, for example, when I say economic growth is important. Okay, so you may be interested. Oh, what is economic growth? Then you will keep on to find out the answer, or you will ask me what is economic growth, why economic growth is important, and so on. So lifelong learning, you must have a curiosity first, and you must able to increase your interest first. And then lifelong learning also talking about the independent. Is it you able to have independent works? Is it you no need to rely on somebody or rely on the lecturer or rely on the lecture notes? Then you able to find out the information by yourself. Lifelong learning. So in your lifetime, the two main soft skill actually is your critical thinking, problem solving, and also lifelong learning. For sure, everyone are not perfect. Nobody is perfect in this world. So when you go to work, after you graduate, when you go out, you go to work or you become as an entrepreneur. For sure, you have a limit knowledge for certain things. You will not become as a perfect. Okay, so if you didn't have a lifelong learning, keep on have a curiosity, keep on have interest, keep on want to know more about it, then you will difficult. When you go to work, okay, your head asks you to do something, you say, oh, I don't know, so you stop over there. Then you didn't have a LL, lifelong learning. So when you don't know the things, you try to find out the answer by yourself. Then there is a lifelong learning. Think about it, what you can do. Can you search the information from your senior, or can you search the information from the Google? Can you search the information from the textbook? You have to think and then have a lifelong learning, learn something new, learn something you don't know, learn something you need it, okay, and then to solve the problem. So that's why in this subject, I will try to focus on the critical thinking, problem solving, numerical skill, and also your lifelong learning. So in this subject, okay, they have two parts of assessment, two main parts of assessment. 70% is from your coursework assessment. 30% is from your final exam. Okay, is from your final exam. So 30% will come from your quiz. So start from week 3. Okay, start from week 3. Every week, we will have a quiz. Okay, we will have a quiz. So total up, we have 10 quiz. We have 10 quiz, and then this 10 quiz, okay, will total up 30%. Okay, total up 30%. So which means each of the quiz will stand for 3%. Okay, we'll carry 3% for each quiz. Midterm, okay, midterm will be carried 20%. Okay, 20% from your whole midterm question exam. Assignment, okay, assignment will carry another 20%. So assignment here is a group assignment. Okay, it's a group assignment. So later on, I will discuss with you how many groups I will request from. Okay, I will request from your program, from your class. Okay, so quiz, okay, tentatively will set on the week 3 until to the week 12. Total up 10 quiz. Okay, and the quiz is an objective quiz, and you have to use the Putra Blast to answer the quiz. I will set the question in the Putra Blast, and you just have to log in to the Putra Blast and answer the objective question. Don't think that objective question is easier. Objective question sometimes is more difficult. Okay, objective question is sometimes more difficult compared to the subjective question. Midterm. Midterm will tentatively plan on week 11. Okay, week 11. So week 11, you will have a test, small test, the midterm test, and the midterm test is a subjective. Okay, for this midterm test, we'll have a subjective question. So for this subjective question, 10% is evaluate your knowledge, 5% is evaluate your critical thinking, 5% is evaluate your numerical skill. So which means that it will have a calculation part. Okay, for your midterm, they have a calculation part and also have a application part. Okay, the application part. So for your midterm, total up 20%. Group assignment. Okay, group assignment, you have to submit before the week 10. Okay, you have to submit before week 10. So in this assignment, 10% is from your knowledge, 10% is from your lifelong learning, which means that I will give you the assignment and then you have to find out the information to finish or to complete the assignment. Okay, so lifelong learning. So total up 20%, and it is a report types. Okay, it's a report types. Final exam. Okay, for your final exam, tentatively is week 16. Okay, tentatively week 16, and 10% for your knowledge, 10% for your CTPS, critical thinking, problem and solving. Another 10% is for numerical skill. So which means in your final exam, they have an application question and also calculation question. Okay, calculation question. So total up 30%, and they have a 4 compulsory question you have to answer. Okay, they have 4 compulsory question and you have to answer it. So total up in this subject, 65% is evaluate your hard skill. Okay, your hard skill, and then 35% is evaluate your soft skill, which is your lifelong learning and also your numerical skill. So as you see, numerical skills already have 25%. It's quite many. Okay, it's quite many. It's many questions related to the calculation. Okay, it's need your calculation. Okay, so this is your tentative assessment plan for your subject. And then this is a reference book. You can try to download, okay? You try to find out, okay? As long as economics books. So I think you should know already because you are the senior. So how to get into the Putra Blast, how to log in into the Putra Blast. So this is my office. Okay, now we still virtual class, so we didn't have face to face. So in case we have face to face after this, then this is my class. This is my room. Okay, room 28, block C, second floor, at the Faculty of Agriculture. So this is my email. Okay, you can email me. Okay, so this is an office number. Okay, so now you, if anything, you just email me. Okay, email to me. Okay, if you have any things want to ask or you want to confirm, okay, you can email to me. Okay, so far any question for this assessment?
So far so good, sir.
So far so good. Okay, so I already attached this assessment plan. Okay, this assessment plan in your Putra Blast. Okay, in your Putra Blast. Okay, if you go to your Putra Blast. Okay, so in your Putra Blast, they have a syllabus. Okay, syllabus for this subject, and then this is a course assessment. So you can download. If you forgot, you can download it and then to check it. Okay, so and then all of you already joined the Google Classroom. Who haven't joined it yet? Make sure you already join your Google Classroom because I will upload the video. Okay, I will upload the video in the Google Class. Okay, I will upload the class video over here. Okay, so I want to see how many of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Only 17 students already joined. So the rest, I don't know what you are doing, okay? Or you didn't check your Putra Blast. Okay, please go to join the Google Classroom. Okay, all of you have to join this Google Classroom. Okay, so okay, before I forgot, we have to take the attendance first. When I call your matrix number, please respond to me. Okay, 203073.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 205676.
Yes, sir.
205810.
Yes, sir.
205864.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 206169.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 206323.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 206339.
Yes, sir.
206763.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 206982.
Yes, sir.
207019. 207019.
Yes, sir.
207163.
Yes, sir.
207410.
Yes, sir.
207459.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 207548. 207641.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 207692.
Yes, sir.
208116. 208116. 208116. Okay, absent. 208290. 208290. 208360.
Yes, sir.
208384.
Yes, sir.
208444.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 208489. 208116. 208489. 208489.
Hello.
208491.
Yes, sir.
208503,
Here, sir.
208518, 208518, 208518, absent. 208528,
Yes, sir.
208546,
Present, Doctor.
208549,
Yeah, present, doctor.
208579,
Yes, sir.
okay, 208592,
Yes, sir.
okay, 209324,
Yes, doctor.
okay, 209325,
Yes, sir.
okay, 209326,
Yes, sir.
okay, 209340, okay, 209343, 209343. Last call, 209343.
Sir, I'm here. 208489.
Why just now you didn't?
Yes, sir.
I
Why
uh,
just now you didn't reply?
I think you didn't hear me because some of my friends hear me.
No, I already called you so many times that only you answer me. Where are you going? Okay, 208489.
Yes, sir.
You ask your friend how many times I call your matrix already.
I'm sorry, sir.
208518. Last call, 208518.
Sir, they say they have mic problem. They got right in chat.
209343. Okay. 208518. Okay. If you have mic problem, then please write down in the message box. Otherwise, I don't know whether you are here or not, or you just log in, but you go to do any the other things. Okay, so all attends. Okay, so you have 35 students. Okay, 35 students. I want to have 7 groups. Okay, I want to have 7 groups. Okay, so later on, or now, can you choose one person to be a class rep? Can you find one person to be your class rep, or you need time to choose a person to be your class rep? Muhammad Ridwan. Who is Muhammad Ridwan? Who is Muhammad Ridwan? Can you answer me, Muhammad Ridwan?
Yes, sir.
Can you on your camera?
Wait, yeah.
So the rest agree, Muhammad Ridwan. I want the person
Agree.
agree.
Yes,
I
agree,
want the
doctor.
person really take responsibility. Okay, Muhammad Ridwan, please create the WhatsApp group. Okay, please create the
Okay.
WhatsApp group. Okay, and add all the students into the WhatsApp group, included me. Okay, and then I want to have 7 group. Okay, for the group assignment, I want to have 7 group. So which means each group have 5 students. Okay, each group have 5 students. So I let you have a freedom to choose your own member. Okay, all of you, you have to choose your own member. and then give the member name list to your class rep. Okay, to your class rep, to Muhammad Ridwan. Okay, so Muhammad Ridwan, you have to group all the group lists, okay, and prepare in one list and then send to me. Okay, clear, Muhammad Ridwan?
Clear, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so all of you try to choose your group member, 5% in one group. Okay, I will just need 7 group. Okay, so I give you until next week. Okay, next week class. Okay, during the class or before the class, you can send me the list. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So today we will start our class for the chapter 1. Supposedly today is Amali, okay, but we have a public holiday on Tuesday. So we start our class, okay, our chapter 1. Okay. So in your mind, what is economy? And why you need to learn economics? Any idea? What is economy? What is economy? Just a subject, just for you to have a grade A, B, C, D, E, or F, fail. So what is economics?
Doctor, may I try?
Yeah,
I
sure.
think economics means the production of goods and trade.
Production of goods and trade. And then what else? If when we're talking about economics, what comes into your mind?
Money.
Huh? The others? Okay. The others? Profit. Okay. And then what else?
Calculation.
Sorry?
Calculation, sir.
Occupation. Okay. What else? What else?
Cash flow, Doctor.
Cash flow. Okay. What else?
Business.
Business. What else?
Finance.
Finance. What else?
System of organization.
System of organization. Okay. What else? Do you involve in economics?
Yes, as a consumer.
As a consumer, yes, you are involved in economics. Okay, so after I listen to you all the answer given by your class, okay, I can found that a lot of people, okay, a lot of people, they're confusing. They mix up economics with finance, with business, with marketing. Actually, they are totally different. Economics is economics. Business is business. Marketing is marketing. Finance is finance. They are not together, but they have a linkage. Okay, they have a linkage. Okay, so for business, is talking about profit, revenue. Okay, the sustainable profit. There is a business. That's why you have discussed about how a company, how an organization to maximize their profit and how they able to increase their market share. There is a business. Okay, there is a business. So marketing. Marketing is the department, okay, is the department under the business, under a company. Okay, how to promote their product. Okay, how to promote their product or how to gain more market share. There is marketing. How you promote, how you advertise your product, how you increase the image of the company. There is marketing. Business is different. Marketing is different. Marketing is subset to the business. Business, they include a lot of the things. Marketing is just one of the small part of the business. Finance, okay? Finance is investment. Okay, finance is investment. When we say finance, there is included the banking. There is included the stock market. Okay, so when we say stock market, okay, stock market, there is speculation. There is not economics. Okay, there is not economics. It's not related to the economics. Okay, so there is a investment finance. When we're talking about cash flow, okay, when we're talking about cash flow, there is accounting. Okay, there is a accounting. It's not an economics. So then what is economics? Okay, what is economics? Economics actually is a big picture. Okay, is a big picture and combine all of this. Combine all the business, marketing, finance, and so on. Economics is a study, okay, is a study about, okay, about how the market system, okay, how the market system doing, okay. Is it your market system is good or not good? It's talking about the allocation of the resources, okay. It's more on how you allocate the resources and how you increase your production, how the consumer can increase their satisfaction. So this is economics. Okay, this is an economics. For sure, economics, they have so many different schools of thought. We have political economics. We have labor economics. We have development economics. We have finance economics. We have a lot. We have monetary economics. So, but economics actually is talking about how you allocate, okay, how you allocate your resources efficiently, how you allocate your resources to achieve your maximum satisfaction. That is economics. So for this chapter, okay, for this chapter, you were able to explain what are the main difference between the agricultural resources compared to the others resources. So what is the agricultural resources and what is resources? And then after you understand about what is resources, you're able to relate the opportunity cost concept. So opportunity cost here is related to the second best decision. So when you make a decision, for example, you want to get A for this subject, or you just want pass in this subject. Okay, if you choose you want to get A for this subject, then you will leave the pass on it. Okay, you will forgone the pass on it. If you just want to have a pass, then you will forgone the A. Okay, so the cost behind is, if you want to get A, you have to spend a lot of the time to do a revision. You have to pay attention in the class. You have to give more focus. So there's your cost. Okay, you have to pay to get the A. So opportunity cost. Or another example is, if you don't want to come to my class, you can go to be a food panda driver. Then you earn the salary. But if you come to my class, you will not able to become as a food panda driver. So you will make a decision. So maybe you will choose come to my class. Then the opportunity cost is the second best, which is the food panda driver. So this is a opportunity cost. The second best alternative forgone by from your decision making. So it will related to the concept. Okay, when we know what is opportunity cost, so this opportunity cost will lead us to have an economic decision. So after you understand about what is opportunity cost, then it will related to your basic economic decision. So in economics, we have 5 basic economic decisions. So later on, we will try to discuss it in details. After that, you were able to apply this basic economic decision to solve the agribusiness problem, to solve the problem. Okay, so the basic economic decision will help you, okay, to have a efficient or rational decision making. So these are the four main learning outcome from the chapter. So agriculture sector. So what is agriculture sector? Agriculture can be defined as the cultivation of the animals, plants, fungi, and other life forms of the food, fiber, biofuel, drugs, and other products, which is used to sustain and enhance the human life. So which means agriculture is not just referred to the plants, it's not just referred to the crops, but it will also refer to the wildlife, refer to the livestock, refer to the fiber, and so on. And then economics. Okay, if we just based on the definition of economics, it will stand for the social science. Okay, it's not a pure science, but a social science that deal with the allocation of the scarce resources among an unlimited number of competing alternative use. So the keyword here is social science, scarce resources, unlimited ones. Okay, so which means economics is a study try to analyze the social behavior. Okay, the social behavior which is included the consumer, included the producer, included the government. Okay, the social science study. Study about what? About how you efficiently allocate the limited resources to fulfill the unlimited ones from the human. In Bahasa, we say study for social science untuk how to say in Bahasa mengkaji mengkaji bagaimana allocate in Bahasa what we call it
Pembahagian.
Pembahagian. Lama dah guna bahasa. So, social science study untuk mengkaji bagaimana dapat membahagi pembahagian sumber, okay, yang terhad kepada kehendak yang tidak terhad. Okay, keyword here is how to allocate. Bagaimana mengalihkan sumber-sumber yang terhad untuk memenuhi kehendak manusia yang tidak terhad. So the social science, okay, is a social science study about how we allocate the limited resources. Scarce resources means limited resources. So the social science that will deal with the consumer, okay, as I say, social science, okay, is about the social benefit, about the consumer and producer and the society benefit. So how we allocate these limited resources or the limited the scarce resources to fulfill, okay, to fulfill the consumer wants and the producer needs. Okay, so we want to know, okay, we want to know how we able to allocate these resources fairly, okay, these resources to the person or the potential user. So in other words, we will say economics is the social science that deal with the consumer, producer, and the society choose among the alternative use of the scarce resources in the process of producing, exchanging, and also consuming goods and the services. So how we use these limited resources to produce the output, okay, for the consumer, either it's a physical product or the services contributed. Okay, so this is economics. So if we say what is agricultural economics? So technically or in short, we will say apply the economic concept in, okay, or to the agriculture sector. Okay, we apply the economic principles or the economic concept theory to the agriculture sector. So, but if we define the agriculture economics like this, it's too narrow. Okay, it's too narrow and too broad. Okay, is too broad. Hence, we can define the agricultural economics based on the definition from the Gammel and Jensen, so which is and apply the social science dealing with the how humans choose to use the technical knowledge and also the scarce productive resources such as the land, labor, capital management to produce the food and the fiber and also to distribute it for the consumption to various members of society over the time. which means that agricultural economics is trying to apply the social science study, which is to analyze how we able to allocate the limited resources, such as the land available, the labor available, okay, the machine available, capital, okay, so the management skill available, okay, in order for the in order to produce, okay, the agricultural products to fulfill the consumer needs, okay, to fulfill the consumer needs. So there is agriculture economics. Or another definition is how we apply the social science that deal with how the producer, consumer, and societies use the scarce resources in the production, processing, marketing, and also the consumption of the food and also the fiber products. So these are the agricultural economics, which means that the main keywords here is how we allocate the limited resources efficiently to help the agriculture sector to produce, to process, and to fulfill the human needs, okay, the human wants, okay, to fulfill the human wants. So what is resources? We're talking about limited resources, scarce resources. So what is resources? Why have you asked yourself why I cannot get what I want? Okay, so let's say you want to have an iPhone 13. Why you cannot get it? You want to have a monthly income 100,000. Why you cannot get it? You want to have a luxury car. Then why you cannot get it? Why you always cannot get the things as you want? Why? Why? Have you asked this question before? Wow, so quiet. Then what is resources? Anyone can tell me what is resources? Nobody tell me, then I will choose randomly lah. Really, nobody tell me. Okay, I choose randomly. I will try to choose. Okay, that is one. Muhammad Ridwan. Muhammad Ridwan.
Yes, sir.
So what is resources?
I think is something that we can sell to provide us money.
Something you can sell to provide the money. Okay. For example?
For example, in agriculture, like fish.
Okay, fish. So fish is your resources.
Yeah.
If in Bahasa I say sumber, then what come out in your mind? Sumber.
Sumber. I don't know.
Don't know. Okay, never mind. So resources, okay, resources is something input. It's not an output. Okay, sumber asli, sumber manusia, sumber. Okay, is something before you process. Okay, before you process, sumber, resources, what you use to produce the output. Okay, resources. Okay, so resources is something input, and it is a tangible input. It's not an intangible input. So in this world, okay, all resources are tangible. Okay, you can feel it, you can see it, okay, you can touch on it, okay, you can notice it, Okay, so the tangible inputs, which is need used to produce an output. For example, fish. Okay, fish. If you catch the fish from the sea, okay, from the sea, then the fish is the resources. If the fish is your output, okay, the fish is your output, then there is not the resources, there is your output. Okay, you get a difference or not? Can you get a difference? Why so quiet, your class? Oh my God. So resources is something tangible inputs. Oh, I forgot to click record, right? Nobody remind me. Why so shy? Huh? Berapa umur sudah? Why so shy? No need to shy, just answer. Okay, you didn't answer. I don't know whether you understood or not. Okay, sometimes maybe you thought you understand and you know, but actually maybe there is different. Okay, just tell. Don't worry about correct or wrong. Okay, just answer. When I ask the question, try to answer. Then you will know. Oh, my understanding is got misunderstood. Okay, like just now, when you say you sell the fish. Okay, so fish is not your. If you catch a fish from the sea or from the river, then yes, fish is a resources. Then you catch it and then you sell it. Okay, but if the fish is your product, okay, is your product. You not catch from the sea, you not catch from the river, but it's your product. Then you sell it. There is an output. There is not a resources. Okay, so that's why you have to let me know, okay, whether you understood or not. Okay, so resources can be identified, can be differentiated into two main types: reproductive and non-reproductive. Reproductive means the resources after I use it, I still can reproduce it in the short time period. Okay, in the short time period. Non-reproductive resources means that after I use it, then finish. I cannot produce it anymore. Or I can reproduce it, but I have to take long time. For example, petroleum. Okay, petroleum. After you use it, then finish. It's finished. If you want to reproduce petroleum, okay, you have to take longer time. So there is a non-productive inputs or the non-productive resources. Okay, reproductive resources is something like tree. Okay, after I cut down the tree, I still can replant it. After 1 or 2 years, then they will grow up. So reproductive. Okay, or fish, or like chicken. Okay, so after I slaughter the chicken, I still have to eat. Then it tend to be a chicken. Okay, so reproductive. So, but petroleum, diamond, okay, like oxygen, okay, this kind of thing is difficult to have reproductive. Okay, so like solar energy, after you use, then use. Okay, after the time, then after that. Okay, so like our solar, our sun, okay, our sun have a limit. Okay, they have a time. Okay, so one day they will gone. Okay, they will finish. They cannot have a solar energy anymore. Okay, so like natural gas or metal. Okay, the mineral. Okay, like gold, silver. This kind of the nature resources. Okay, natural resources is a non-reproductive resources. Okay, it's more on non-reproductive resources. So for economics, we have a few type of resources. So we can categorize it into the natural resources, biological resources, human resources, manufacturing resources. So for the natural resources is something new, nature. Before we born, okay, before we have human, okay, already have that kind of the resources. Okay, so you cannot create it. For example, land. Okay, so your earth is like that, then it's like that. Okay, water, fossil fuel, mineral deposit. Okay, they are considered as a nature resources, and you are unable to reproduce it. Biological resources. Biological resources is more on the agriculture resources. Okay, more on the agricultural resources, such as crops. Okay, after you harvest, then you can replant it. Okay, like the paddy, like the tomato, vegetables, and so on. Okay, so why biological? Why it's not considered as a nature? Because you can replant it, you can reproduce it, but you have to take time for it to grow. You cannot put in the seed today, tomorrow you get the harvest. Okay, cannot. You must have a biological time period for you to grow up the products. So there is called biological resources. You are unable to make it faster. Okay, you cannot make it faster to grow up. So crops, livestock, wildlife, genetic resources, they are considered biological resources. Human resources is a labor skill. It's about the human being. Okay, human resource. Okay, you become as a labor, or you become as an entrepreneur, you become as a police, you become as a politicians, you become as a banker. Human resources. Okay, you contribute yourself to be a workers or to be a boss. Okay, so human resources. Manufacturer resources is the machinery, okay, capital, okay, physical capital, which means the machinery, the R&D, okay, research and development, and so on. So manufacturer resources, okay, manufacturer resources. So these are the main four types, okay, four main types resources we have in this world. So do you think resources is limited or unlimited? Do you think the resources is limited or unlimited?
Unlimited.
Unlimited.
Limited.
For example, what type of resources are unlimited?
Water.
Water. Why water unlimited? Why water unlimited?
Because as example, we can reuse it.
Okay, you can use it, but water is limited. Can you add on water? In this world, we say about 70% to 80% is water. Okay, but one day this water we cannot use it because of pollution, because of it's a sea water we cannot directly use. Okay, so you see a lot of the river gone already because of the climate change, the temperature increase. Okay, so water can be finished one day. Like in Africa, you didn't have the water. Okay, some place you cannot get the water, so it's limited. What else you think there is unlimited?
Sunlight.
Sorry,
Sunlight.
sunlight. Sunlight, is it sunlight?
Yes, that
Okay.
sunlight.
Agree? All of you agree sunlight is unlimited?
Yes, agree.
Agree?
Yes.
No, sunlight is limited. You know why? You know why sunlight is limited?
No, we don't know.
Because it can
Okay.
be only at day, not night.
Yes, you are correct. Only at day, not night. Okay, after 7 o'clock, no more sunlight. Limited. Even though we scientists will say one day sun will get died. Okay, the star will get died. Okay, so no more have a sunlight, no more have a solar energy. So it's limited. Okay, land is limited, water is limited. That's why suddenly in Selangor, they say, okay, we need to do a service clean, okay, and something, then stop water supply. You have no water. Limited. Okay. Fossil fuel, petroleum. Okay, petroleum. Yes, you use it. After you use it, then you cannot reproduce it. Limited. Even though crops, you can harvest it and reproduce it, but in one day, maybe they need more time to grow up, or maybe your soil, okay, the soil fertilizer is not capable use again for the planting. Okay, so it's limited. All resources actually is limited, included human, included oxygen. Some people say oxygen is unlimited. How come there is limited? No, oxygen is limited. Okay. For example, when you go to the high hill, okay, you go to the high hill, oxygen will become less. Limited. And then we have pollution. So the ozone, okay, the ozone, the layer outside this earth, the ozone become thin, okay, become thin, and then the oxygen will become less. Carbon dioxide is increasing, so limited. So nothing is unlimited in this world, actually. Everything is limited. That's why when everything is limited, resources also limited. So now you already know what is resources. They have a reproductive and non-reproductive, but you still don't know why you cannot get as what you want. Okay, the answer is because you have facing the limited resources, scarce resources. So what is a scarcity? Scarcity is referred to the fixed quantity of the resources that are available to meet the societal needs. They have a fixed quantity already. They have a fixed usage already. Okay, you are able to increase the quantity or increase or prolong the time of usage. So scarcity of resources. Like, go back to the question, like why you cannot get luxury car as you want? Because you have limited income. You didn't have enough income to support you to have that needs or have that wants. So scarce resources. Okay, so these scarce resources will create the block or the barriers, okay, for you to get what you want. Okay, human wants is unlimited, but resources are limited. Okay, maybe in for example, in Malaysia, the land is just it's just limited, and then you cannot have more population. Okay, so you cannot develop. You cannot use all the land for the agriculture only. You cannot use the land for palm oil only. You cannot use the land for residential area only, because limited. So every resources is relatively scarce or limited, which means that the availability of every resources is insufficient. It's not sufficient to satisfy all of the potential user. That's why somebody get the resources, somebody cannot get the resources, because we have not enough. If in the class we have 35 students, I give you 35 pens, then it's enough. If, let's say, I only have 30 pens, okay, I only have 30 pens, so only have 30 students can get the pen, but another 5 students cannot get it. So because of the limited resources, we have unable to give to everyone. Okay, it's insufficient to satisfy everyone. So scarcity creates the need for a system. So when we notice the resources are scarcity is limited, it's not enough, then automatically in this world they come out a system. Okay, when we say system, they're just a concept. Okay, they come out a system, which is this system will help us to allocate these limited resources for who, okay, should take it, for who are the potential user. So this system, we call it economic system. Okay, economic system. And this system will help us to allocate our resources efficiently. And when you are facing the limited resources, then what you have to do, like just now, you let's say in your pocket, you only have 10 ringgit. Either you want to purchase nasi lemak or you purchase a McDonald's. But McDonald's one set already 12 ringgit 99 cents, for example. So you have no choice. You only can purchase nasi lemak because you have limited resources. Okay, you have limited resources. Or you have 10 ringgit. So either you can purchase a 10 ringgit set of the KFC and 10 ringgit set of the McDonald's. So you have to choose which one you should. Okay, so limited resources is not allowed you to get everything as you want. Okay, so in this case, which means that when you're facing the limited resources or scarcity of resources, you have to make the decision. You have to making choice. Decision making come in. So resources scarcity force the consumer and the producer to make the choice. So when we're facing the limited resources, we have to make the choice. Which one is give us the higher or maximum benefit? Should I choose McDonald's or KFC? Which one I will gain more satisfaction as a consumer? If you are the producer, which product should I produce? Okay, if let's say I only have 2 workers, okay, I cannot produce product A and product B at the same time. I have to choose either produce product A or products B only. So I will think about the profit. If I produce product A, can gain more profit, then I will go to product A. Then I will forego the second best, which is product B. If product B, they can give the higher return, then I will choose product B and forego the product A. So in this case, when you make the decision making, for sure have something you will forget. For sure have something you have to sacrifice. So the choice when you make, they have a time dimension. What is the time dimension means here? Means that what you make decision today will affect the future. Like today, in your pocket, you have 10 ringgit. You already spent 5 ringgit. So it will influence to your tomorrow decision. Because tomorrow you only have 5 ringgit. If today you spend 4 ringgit, then tomorrow you have 6 ringgit. So it will direct or indirectly affect to your future outcome. And for a businessman or for a firm, when they make the decision today, it will influence their profit next time. For example, like just now, if they expected that the oil palm, for example, oil palm will have a higher price in the future, then they will go to plant the oil palm, not the rubber, okay, not the rubber tree. So after that, it will influence to the company future profit. So when you make a decision, it will relate to the future outcome. So after you have made the choice, then what will happen? It will come in the opportunity cost. So sometimes how you know which decision is the best and how best of it. So it will refer to the opportunity cost. Okay, opportunity cost. So what is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is the implicit cost. So implicit cost is something like the sacrifice cost. Okay, the sacrifice cost. The second alternative, the second best alternative, which is you forgone. Okay, the second best alternative, you forgone or you sacrifice to make this decision. So implicit cost. So in economics, we have 2 types of costs. Okay, we have 2 types of costs. One is implicit and another one is explicit. So I just briefly to highlight what is implicit cost and explicit cost, because after this, in another chapter, we will further discuss the detail about the implicit cost and explicit cost. Okay, so implicit cost is something unpaid or not actual paid cost. Okay, not actual pay cost. Explicit cost is you pay from your pocket, or we call it as an actual pay. Okay, for example, Ali have to make decision whether plant whether produce product A or product B. Okay. Based on the analysis, product A, the expected return for product A and product B are 50,000 and 20,000. So assume that the risks are similar. So in this case, if you are the rational decision maker, okay, you will produce product A or product B.
A.
A, right?
Product A.
Because- yeah, good, correct. So because you can have a higher return, okay, you can have higher return. So end up you will say Ali will produce product A because he can gain more return. Okay, he can get more return compared to product B. Okay, so in this case, what is your implicit cost? Okay, implicit cost is something you unpaid and not actual pay for the second alternative, second best alternative. So in this case, you have product A, product B. So what is your second best alternative? Product B, right? Product B will become as a second best alternative. And you already forgot. So which means the implicit cost is 20,000. Okay, it's a 20,000. That should be respectively. Okay, so which means in this example, we found that if Ali make the decision to produce product A because can gain more of the return than product B, the expected return for the product B will become as your implicit cost. Okay, will become as your implicit cost or will become as your opportunity cost. Okay, which is your second best alternative you forgot. Okay, so explicit cost is different. Explicit cost is if produce product A, okay, Ali have to pay 15,000 as the production cost. Okay, if produce product B, the production cost is okay, estimated about 5,000, for example. Okay, so explicit cost is after you make the decision. Okay, after you make the decision, let's say, okay, this one I put 25,000. Okay, 15,000. Okay, 15,000. Okay. So after you make the decision saying that Ali should produce the product A because they can gain more. Okay. So in the product A, the cost you have to pay to produce the product A is 15,000 for product A. Okay. So explicit cost here is the cost you actually pay, which is 15,000 to produce the product A. Okay, to produce the product A. So you get what I mean? You get what I mean? What is explicit cost and what is implicit cost? You get what I mean?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, good. Okay, so opportunity cost is a second alternative. Okay, second best alternative you forgot. Okay, so if you refer to the implicit cost, okay, then there is opportunity cost. So for another example is the opportunity cost of going to college. Now is the income you are currently foregoing by not getting a job at this time. So as I say, you can choose to be a food panda driver, or you can choose come to the school. Okay, so if you come to the school, then the opportunity cost is your income gain from the food panda. Okay, so opportunity cost is a concept associated with the economic decision and is referred to the implicit cost associated with the next best alternative. Okay, so in economics, the opportunity cost used to measure of how much. Okay, so it will try to use measure how much of the earning opportunity is foregone by using the resources in its current employment. So which means that the opportunity cost also try to assess or evaluate, okay, evaluate the the quantity, okay, how much, okay, how much of the opportunity you already earn from decision making. So after you make your choice, then what will happen? The answer is you will create the opportunity cost. So now, okay, now you have a person called John. John want to be come as a producer. Okay, want to be a entrepreneur. So, however, he have no idea what he have to do and what he should start. So, can you become his favorite and then to tell him what he have to do? Okay, so what he have to do? Every economic system must resolve the 5 basic issues. Okay, so we have 5 basic economic decision. So which is what to produce, how much to produce, when to produce, and for whom to produce. So before you start and to have a business, you have to ask yourself about these 5. What to produce based on the current resources you have. Okay, and then you have to make a decision. So what you have to produce? Let's say you should produce oil palm or you should produce rubber. Okay, so based on what you have to, you can make the decision. You should produce the rubber or you should produce oil palm, based on the expectation of the potential, the market potential. So if let's say oil palm, you think that in future that still have a potential to have a higher return, then you will choose to be to produce the oil palm. So after you or in your industry, okay, fish. I don't know what fish is expensive. Okay, so you maybe have so many different type of fish. Okay, ikan tilapia and ikan what fish? Yeah, I didn't eat fish, so I have no idea about the fish. Okay, so can you suggest me what fish is the lower price? What fish you can sell in the higher price?
Ikan patin,
Ikan patin is a lower price or higher price?
higher price.
Okay, ikan patin, okay, and ikan tilapia. Okay, so you have to think which one you should produce. Okay, so maybe you say, oh, ikan patin is higher price, so I want to produce ikan patin. Then what you have to produce? After you decide you want to produce ikan patin, how to produce it? Okay, should organic way, conventional way, how to produce it? So how you produce if you choose ikan patin? How many ways, how many alternative way you can produce your fish? No idea. I don't know because not my area. So you have maybe you feed them to have to eat. You feed the ikan patin to have something like antibiotic feeds. Okay, so or you can have another way is you feed your ikan patin with the organic food. Okay, so how you produce it? Okay, and then how much you have to produce? Okay, you have to decide the quantity of the fish you have to produce. Okay, based on the resources you have. And then when is the suitable time? Okay, for sure you will not try to produce much during the lower price. Okay, You will try to produce the more output when the price is going up. Okay, and then for whom to produce, you have to clearly identify who are your correct target. Okay, who are your the right person? Who are the right person you should sell to? For example, you should sell to the middleman, or you should sell to the company, or you should sell directly to the supermarket, or you sell it by yourself in the pasar pagi, okay, or you sell it through the internet, okay, online selling, what? For whom? Okay, for whom to produce? Okay, so for example, milk powder, okay, who are your target? If you want to sell milk powder, who are your target?
Baby.
Baby. And then
Old people.
Mother.
mother. And then so who is your real target? Baby or mother?
Baby mother.
Mother.
Why mother?
Lone wife.
Because the mother makes the decision for the
Yes.
baby.
Yes, correct. Why not father?
Father just give money.
Yeah, usually the father play the roles as, okay, I give you money, then you go to purchase. Okay, so only the mother have more opinion. Okay, they will more care about the children, how what milk powder drink. Okay, and this and that. Usually, as a father, they don't care as long as can feed to the baby. Okay, they don't know what are the difference between the milk powder. Okay, so the target is mother. That's why if you notice when you watch the advertisement, they'll try to focus on the mother. Okay, they will show the relationship between the mother and the children. Okay, and then they will say, okay, after you drink my DHA milk powder, then your children will become as a genius, can be like a Tiger Woods, like a Superman, and so on. So they try to increase the focus from the mother, but not the children. Okay, so you have to clearly identify if your target is setting wrong, then your product will be get wrong. Okay, your product will not able to compete with the competitor. So have to be careful. So what to produce is something like, should we use our abundant corn crop to produce the meat or the alcohol fail? And how to produce is something like, you ask your question, should you produce in the chemical way or the organic way? Or you have to, how much you have to produce? You have to identify how much, okay, what is the quantity? What is a reasonable quantity, and what is your break-even point? Okay, how many quantity you produce, then on the minimum quantity you have to sell, then you can get back your investment money, or you get the break-even revenue. Okay, you didn't have to facing the loss. So when to produce? When is a good time? Okay, the timing. Okay, should a stand of the timber be cut today or left growing for several over more years until it reached a diameter sufficient to serve as a saw timber? Okay, so you have to know, okay, when is a good timing. Okay, when is a good timing for you to produce the product and sell the product. And then for whom to produce is something like the different category of the consumer will targeted by the firm, male or female. Okay, workers or non-workers, for example, like cinema. Okay, cinema, they give the discount to the student, okay, when you go to watch a movie. Okay, so for the working adult, they didn't have any discount for it. Okay, so for whom to produce the product? So as I say, when you have facing the scarcity resources, then you will create a system to help you to allocate your resources efficiently. So that system, we call it as an economic system. So in economic system, we have a price system and also the command system. In this world, we have two main type of system, price system and command system. Price system is everything you will refer to the price, and you will have a decision or buy it or leave it. Okay, buy it or leave it. So if you accepted the price and you're willing to pay the price, then you will purchase the product. Or if you are the producer, if you think the price level is reasonable and meet your your willingness to sell. Then you will sell the product. So an allocative system in the economic choice based on the price, everything will based on the price to make the decision for what to produce, how to produce, how much to produce, and when to produce. So in the price system, we will consider it is more efficient. Okay, is efficient, and all of the market agent or the economic agent have the freedom to decide whether they have to purchase or not to purchase, how much to purchase. Okay, so there is a benefit from the price system. And in the price system, we will gain more efficient. Okay, we can more efficiently allocate our inputs, allocate our limited resources. So when we're talking about economic efficient, it is referred to the general economic concept, which is used in the variety of the situation measuring the output per input, and the higher the ratio, the more efficient the process. So which means that if you use less input to produce more output, then you will have a efficient. So for example, okay, you and your friend, okay, so try to produce ikan pati, okay, so you have to hire 2 labor and then produce 3 ikan pati, but your friend hire 1 labor to produce 2 ikan pati. So your friend will be more efficient even though the total output is less than your company, but because they use less input to produce more output. So your friend will become more efficient compared to you. Okay, your friend, the labor, okay, the labor in your friend firms is more efficient compared to your labor. So efficient. Okay, efficiency is based on the ratio in between the output and input. So another system is about command system. Okay, command system is referred to the central administrative unit. Okay, like North Korea. Okay, North Korea. Okay, they have a command system. An allocative system in which economic choice are made by the some central administrative units. So like the government. Okay, they will refer to government. Government say all of you only can have 1 car per household. Okay, then you cannot have 2 cars, even though you're willing to pay, even though you are the rich person. So you maximum only can have 1 car in your room, in your house, in your house, okay, per household. Okay, so they are the command system. Or they say, okay, all of you cannot purchase more than 10 kg rice per month. Okay, so each of the household only can purchase 10 kg rice per month. So even though you're willing to pay more, you cannot get it. Okay, so there is a command system. So both systems have their own advantage and disadvantage. For the price system, okay, it will provide the freedom. Okay, you can make the decision freedom. Okay, sovereignty. Okay, you're able to decide purchase or not to purchase. Okay, take it or leave it. Okay, so it's very freedom as long as you're willing to pay, as long as you're willing to sell. So it is very efficient mechanism for us to make the decision for the basic economic decision, which is what to produce, when to produce, okay, how to produce, how much to produce, but not efficient in the for whom to produce. But for the command system, okay, command system, even though we just refer to the central administrative units or like government, but they have an advantage. Okay, even though the society have no freedom to choose how many units they can purchase, how much they can purchase, but they have a benefit for whom decision. So in command system, okay, if they have a good central administrative unit, then for whom decision is very efficient. They will know poor people maybe need more of the food. They will allocate more food to the poor people. They will know poor people, they are affordable to pay for the basic services such as the hospital, such as the school. Okay, so then the command system will try to help them. Okay, try to provide the free education, try to provide the free medical services. Okay, so command system. So for the price system, they have one main disadvantage. Okay, the main disadvantage is the rich will get richer, the poor will get poorer. Why the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer? What do you think? Why some people they are rich but they becomes more rich? Why some people they are poor and they still poor? Why? What do you think? Why? What do you think? Or you don't care? Okay, if I'm poor, then I'm poor lah. If I'm rich, then I'm rich lah. Tuhan yang bagi rezeki. Is it?
Not sure, doctor.
Okay, maybe because of the needs. Like when you are rich, basically what you need is less because you experience everything. When you're poor, you want more. I think.
You want more, then why you want more, you will still get poor. So who have more, rich people will purchase more or the poor people purchase more?
I think the rich people will buy more and mark up the price, so that's why the poor get poor.
Okay. So what else? Okay. What else? Who want to try? You never ask yourself why rich people always get rich? Why poor people difficult to get rich? You never ask yourself. Or all of you already rich? Yeah, sorry.
Because the poor people didn't have money to buy, but the rich people have the money to buy what they want.
Then this only answer they able to maximize their utility. But why they buy more, they become more rich? Why I cannot buy, then I become the poor?
Investments.
Okay, investment. And then?
The rich monopoly the market.
Monopoly the market. The rich monopoly the market. Okay. What else? What else? I want to choose someone. Yeah. For sure, some people they didn't pay attention in the class. Okay, randomly. This picture is quite nice. Rona Nunya. Okay, the bird picture.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. Why rich become richer, poor become poorer?
I think it's because if you have the money to buy what you want, you can invest in it, and you can make more money out of resource that you buy. But the poor don't have money to even buy resource to make products to gain more money.
Okay. Okay. So more or less like that lah. So, but actually is more accurate situation is, more accurate answer is, because the rich person, they're able to control the resources. So who able to control the resources in the market? They are the king. So if you are the rich person, you're able to purchase many or a lot of the resources. Okay. So when you control the resources, then the poor people will have no choice. They didn't have opportunity. Okay, they didn't have opportunity, so they must under the rich person. So for example, just for example, okay, the rich person, they purchase a house. For the poor people, they are unable to purchase a house. So what the market do is, the rich person purchase a house and rent out the house for the poor people. So the poor people always contribute to the rich person. Because of what? Because rich person control the resources. So when you want to get rich, you must have resources. You must able to gain more resources to increase your wealthness, to increase your wealth. Okay, to increase your wealth. That's why investment is one of the way how you grab the opportunity, how you grab the resources. So investment is different compared to speculation. Don't just speculate. Okay, try to invest. All of you, don't wait. You are not young anymore. Okay, you are not young anymore. Okay, you have to start to think how to do the investment. You have to start to think what your future life. Okay, you have to start to think what you want to be. Don't wait anymore. Okay, don't waste your time. Okay, actually, time is your life. You waste time means you waste your life. You get what I mean? After the time, after that, you cannot go back. Okay, after the time you waste, after you waste your time, you cannot go back to the previous. So it's equal to your life. Okay, don't think that you're still young. Don't think that you still have time. Okay, don't. You have no time. For example, COVID-19. Okay, 2 years already. 2 years already. Suddenly, okay, times go fast. Suddenly, you finish your 4 years program, and then you go to industry. Suddenly, you have your you marry, you get your household, you get your family, and then so on. Times it go fast. As a lecturer, I will advise you all try to think how to invest, how to plan your life. Okay, not necessary to become rich, but at least you no need to worry about your basic expenditure. You no need to worry about your life, your daily life. So for the poor people, they always worry about the daily life. They don't know whether tomorrow still have food or not. They don't know they still survive or not. Okay, so when you know the poor people life, you will notice. Okay, we cannot just wait for the opportunity. We cannot just wait for the people to help. How long we can help? How long people can help you if you don't want to help yourself? That's why in this subject, I highlight the LL, lifelong learning. If you want to come out from the poor situation, you must have a lifelong learning. Don't keep yourself excuse to saying that this is my life. I cannot do anything. I cannot. I cannot. No. You must let yourself come out from the comfort zone. Okay? Come out from the comfort zone. Try to learn how to do the investment, but
Sorry,
not
Doctor.
speculation. Huh? Sorry?
Doctor,
Yeah.
do you have any suggestion on what platform or how or what can we invest in our student life?
Okay, as a
Right.
student, for the simple investment is you can you can purchase the unit trust. Okay, you can save the money for certain like insurance. They have a saving insurance plus the life insurance, right? So you can invest on that. Okay, because we do know, okay, insurance is for protect for ourselves. So we must have protect ourselves and also protect our saving. So if you have extra income or you have some money, then you can try to invest in these kind of things. Or you can purchase the unit trust saham, right? So for Bumi, okay, you have very good saham, okay, not saham, very good unit trust, okay. The return I think is more than 6% or something, okay. So you try to take it as a saving. You don't take it as a speculation. You just if you have money, then you just put some into that, purchase a little bit, okay, or you purchase or you put into the fixed deposit. Okay, if you are the person who know how to do investment, then you can put into a fixed deposit. At least you still have 2.2 or 2.3% of the return. Okay, so if you don't put, if you don't know, if you don't learn how to do investment, okay, after this, you will get suffer. Why? Because inflation. Because of inflation will reduce your purchasing power, will reduce your wealth. Okay, last time if your income is 5,000, let's say 20 years ago or 30 years ago, if your income is 10,000 per month, oh, you are the top person. Nowadays, if your income is 10,000, sorry, you just a middle. Okay, you just are the middle group. So why 10,000 is still same? Last 20 years or 30 years compared to today, still 10,000. But why the value of the 10,000 drop? Because of the inflation. So this inflation will reduce the value. Okay, will reduce your money. Okay, the purchasing power will reduce your capability, will reduce your wealth. That's why you need to plan how to do the investment to cover up, okay, to cover at least to cover up your inflation effect. That's why you need to know about economics. Everyone should have to know about economics because it is really related to your daily life. It's really you know it or not, you every day you practicing the economics. Just you do notice, just you do know. For example, you go to a restaurant, you purchase something. There is economics. So when you make the decision, what you have to do, there is economics. So economics is something you will always use it. Okay, it's not just for the exam, it's not just for the academic. You will use it every day, every minute. Okay, so my suggestion is, as a young people, don't try to focus on luxury things. Okay, don't try to focus on the luxury things. For example, after you graduate, you want to purchase a car for the job purpose. Okay, to go to working. Okay, so don't try to buy a luxury car. Don't try to buy the new car. Maybe you just buy a second-hand car in the lower price. Okay, but you still can use it for 5 to 10 years. Okay, why not? As long as safe, the car is safe, and then not a waste. You have to pay money for repair. Then just get a car. Okay, don't try to think about luxury things. Car is, even though in account you say car is asset, but car is not asset because they will depreciate the value. Okay, so try to purchase something have a future value. For example, purchase a unit trust. Okay, purchase a gold. Okay, purchase a share. Okay, if you know how to invest in the share market, you can learn for it. Don't speculate. Okay, speculate means I purchase now, and then when the price increase, then I will sell it. There's a speculation. Don't do the speculation. It's high risk. So try to do the investment. For example, you will purchase like, for example, on here, not really, yeah. Don't go to do it right after I give you this example. Okay, for example, you open a share account. Okay, and you're using the account. You every month you just purchase 50 ringgit or 100 ringgit for Maybank. Okay, Maybank share, for example, only. So after this, maybe they will give you the dividend. Okay, you will have a return. But after one time, okay, you will notice, oh, actually, I already put in a lot of money in this account. So I have one lump sum money over there. So this money will create another money for me. So money growth money. Okay. So you have to learn about this law. Don't just try to think to, I want to score 3.8, 3.9, then I will get a good job. That's all. No, you have to know how to do the investment. Okay, so there's my advice that as an economics advice. Okay, so if have chance, then maybe I will try to share more and more about this. Okay, so for like let's say for example, last 5 years, okay, Bitcoin, okay, the Bitcoin they just launched, nobody want to purchase it, so nowadays they have a value. If last time you just purchase one Bitcoin, just how much? Okay, it's lower price, but nowadays the price shot up. So if you sell it, then you gain a lot. So this is investment. Okay, this is investment. So that's why a lot of the rich people they try to purchase, they try to buy house. Okay, because property price they never drop. Even though they drop, they just slightly drop slightly. But when they increase, they will jump up increase. So that's why a lot of people they try to purchase property, but you have to take risks lah. Take risk is like now COVID-19, a lot of people they didn't have a job, so they cannot pay back the installment and so on. So they will have a debt. Okay, they will have a debt. So all investment have risks. Just depend how you manage it. Okay, don't put all eggs into one basket. Try to diverge it. Try to invest your investment in the portfolio way. Okay, portfolio means try to purchase different risk investment. Okay, so to dilute the risk. So okay.
All right, thank you, Dr.
Okay, so in the price system, there are a number of resources that our price system cannot efficiently allocate, such as the public goods. So for the price system, they have one problem. The main problem is we are able to allocate the product for the people who are need it but unable to pay it. For example, medical. Okay, that's why we need a public hospital. Okay, so to allocate this product to the market, if everything is based on the price, then poor people will not able to pay for it. Then it's problem difficult. Like U.S. country. Okay, U.S. country you must have a insurance first. Otherwise, when you go to the hospital, you have to pay a lot. Okay, you have to pay a lot. If you didn't have insurance, then you may not able to pay it. Okay, you may not able to pay it. So the loss of the individual freedom to make economic decision and the inherent inefficiency of the central planning agency. So when you have a command system, okay, you will limit. Okay, you limit the economic agent to make a decision. So if consumer want to purchase more, cannot, because the central administrative units limited it. Okay, so there is a disadvantage when we have a command system. Okay, so after you learn the agricultural economics, what you can do? Okay, sorry, over here got people do a renovation. Renovation. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so after you learn the agricultural economics, we have two main types. One is micro and another one is macro. Micro is looking to the action or the behavior from the individual agent. So when we say individual agent, that is referred to the consumer or the producer or the government. Okay, so we will try to analyze, try to find out. Okay, try to find out how these people they allocate their limited resources in order to achieve or to maximize their objective. Okay, to maximize or to achieve their objective. So for example, as a consumer, how you fully utilize your income, okay, to achieve the maximum satisfaction. For sure, when we purchase something, we want to enjoy it. We want to enjoy the satisfaction. So how you make the decision, how you allocate your limited resources in order to get the higher satisfaction from the market. So there is a microeconomics part. Macroeconomics part is more broad. there is a broad aggregate that will try to lump sum all the individual agents and then to look into the average performance. Okay, look into the average performance. So for me, I'm more interested on the macroeconomics topic rather than micro. Okay, so why? Because macroeconomics is so interesting. Okay, it is related to the national level and the country level, the global level, such as GDP, gross domestic product. So gross domestic product means national income. Okay, for a country, the total product you can produce. Okay, the total product you can produce per year. Okay, usually per year. So GDP. Unemployment. Okay, so is it your country have a good economic performance or bad economic performance? Then we can refer to the unemployment rate, inflation rate, and the export and import, and so on. So for example, why US they want to ban the China import and export? Why China also want to ban the export import to the US? And what are the impact if these two big country or large country playing the trade war, and we consider trade war? So this is under macroeconomics. And how do you know why our currency depreciate? So nowadays our currency is 4.12 per USD. Means we want to use our 4 ringgit 12 cent to exchange 1 USD. But in before 2005 May, okay, our currency is 3 ringgit 80 cent per $1. Why now we have to use more ringgit to exchange the USD? Why we facing this? What happened? And how come our currency is depreciate? And when our currency depreciate, what will happen? So they are macroeconomics. But in your syllabus, we just cover the microeconomics. Okay, we just cover the microeconomics. So macroeconomics, when we have time, okay, I will share you a little bit. Okay, if you're interested, I can share with you about the macroeconomics. It's so interesting. Okay, it's so interesting. For example, how a bank create the money. Okay, how a bank create money. Is it they just print the money to create the money? No, they have their game to create money. They're using the game to create money, but not to print the money. Okay, so there's a macroeconomics. Okay, it's so interesting. Okay, so for the agriculture economics, okay, so you have microeconomics level and also the macroeconomics level. So for your level, you will focus on the micro because it's more related to you. Okay, related to you. If you want to have your company, if you want to be an entrepreneur, okay, so you will study about how you allocate your resources efficiently, how you make your decision efficiently, and so on, and how you know how much of the product you should produce in order to achieve the efficiency. Okay, and macroeconomics level is the trade. Okay, how you make sure the trade. Okay, how you make sure the inflation. Okay, how you make sure the unemployment. How you make sure the world competition. Okay, so there is a macroeconomics level. So for the economics, we have few important keywords we have to know lah. So economic model, which is a conceptualization based on the assumption and how economic activity occurs. So in economics, we always have an assumption. We're making a lot of the assumption. Okay, a lot of the assumption used to analyze the economic performance. Ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus is the most important things in the economics, in the microeconomics. Ceteris paribus means that let one economic variable change and see how another economic variable change. Assume the others variable are remain unchanged. So for example, what will influence your decision to purchase the product or not to purchase the product? Can you give me an example? What factors will influence your decision whether you purchase more or purchase less of the product?
The quality.
Quality, and then
Price.
price, and then sorry. I didn't hear you.
At least say
Brand.
brand.
Oh, brand. Okay, the brand. Okay, what else?
Material.
Material. There's the quality and the brand.
Trending.
Trending. Okay, what else? The important things. Your income. Without income, how you purchase the product? So income, price are the two main factors which influence your decision to purchase a product or not. Branding, quality, trend, that considered as a behavior. Okay, behavior. So let's say we have behavior. Okay, we have price, we have income to influence the quantity demand. Okay, so if we want to know if price increase 1%, what happened to the quantity demand? Okay, so when we say ceteris paribus means that we just study if price increase 1%, how much of the changes of the quantity demand, and assume that income and behavior constant and change. Your income have not changes. Okay, previously is 1,000, now it's still 1,000. Previously 5,000, now still 5,000. We assume that, okay, the others variable constant unchanged. Okay, constant unchanged, remains unchanged. So ceteris paribus. Okay, only one factor change. Okay, and one response variable change. Okay, 1 to 1. Okay, so the rest of the factors we consider unchanged or constant. Ceteris paribus. Okay, ceteris paribus. Marginal analysis. Okay, marginal analysis is important in the economics. Okay, so in economics theory, marginal analysis is a ways used to determine the efficiency or the optimum level. Okay, so marginal analysis is talking about what will happen if I increase one more unit of this, what will happen to the next? Okay, what will happen to the others? For example, if I increase 1 ringgit, okay, if I increase 1 ringgit of income, how many unit of the quantity demand will be changed? Okay, if the price increase 1 ringgit, how much of the quantity of demand will be changed? So additional unit. If I increase one more label, okay, if I hire one more label, how much of the production or how many products I can increase? Okay, how many output I can increase after I increase one label? So marginal analysis. So why marginal analysis is important? So when we go to the consumer chapter and go to the producer chapter, we will discuss in the detail. So, but here you have to know what is marginal means. Marginal means changes, okay, additional 1 unit effect. Okay, if I increase 1 unit, what will happen? So marginal analysis. And marginal analysis is related to the diamond water paradox. So water important or diamond is important? Which one is more important, diamond or water?
Water.
Water is more important because you need water to survive, right? Okay, water. But which one you willing to pay higher price?
Diamond.
Diamond. Why? Just now you say water is important to me. Without water, I will die. But now you say, oh, I'm willing to pay more for the diamond, but not water. Why? Is it funny?
Because diamond is rare to be found.
It's rare to be found. Okay. Why rare to be found then is higher price and you're willing to pay more, but water is important to your life, but you're not willing to pay higher. Why?
Luxury or trend?
Sorry?
It's valuable, right?
Luxury or trend?
Luxury or trend. Okay. Yeah, luxury or trend, but why? Why luxury you're willing to pay more? Ask yourself why you're not willing to
Because
pay water.
it's more limited than water.
Okay.
Diamond.
Yeah. Okay, so you already give the main things here, which is the stock of the product will create the willingness to pay from the consumer. If the product they have limited, okay, the stock for the product is limited, then consumer will willing to pay more. When the stock for the product they have a lot, unlimited, or they still have a lot, consumer will not willing to pay it. So which means that price of the product is not determined by the value. Okay, the value for water is more than the value of diamond, because as you say, without water you will die, you cannot survive. So it's the most important thing for your life. So water have a higher value compared to the diamond, but you're not willing to pay for the water because the stock of water in this world is still enough for you to survive, and you still take it as a we still can easily get it. We still have a lot of the stock, but for diamond is limited. Okay, difficult. Okay, to have it. So you're willing to pay more to grab it, to enjoy the product. So diamond water paradox tell us price is not determined based on the value, but price is determined based on the demand and supply. Okay, based on the demand and supply, it's not the value. And the marginal analysis also discuss about, also related to the diamond water paradox, because when you increase one more unit, create the negative changes, that which means that you have maximum already. You cannot change already. So for example, one day water become less. Okay, water become less in this world. Water will become expensive than the diamond, and not because of the value, is because of the limited stock. Okay, so clear, value will not determine your price of the product. Price is price, value is value. It's totally different. Okay, so in economics we have two type of analysis. One is a positive and another one is a normative. Positive statement is try to describe the impact, okay, to describe what will happen. Okay, what will happen? For example, increased tax rate will cause to the inflation. So which means when government increase the tax rate, then it will create something. Normative statement is a prescribe. Okay, prescribe how the world should be. Okay, is explain. Okay, is explain what you have to do, and explain. Just explain. They didn't show you the impact. Okay, they didn't show you the consequence. Okay, so like the government should reduce the tax rate. That's all. Okay, or reduce tax. Reduce the tax rate is one of the policy. There is a normative statement. Okay, so they didn't tell you the impact. Okay, they didn't tell you the impact. It's normative statement. So positive statement is increased tax rate will cause the inflation. Okay, increased interest rate, okay, will cause the decreasing of the consumption. Okay, for example. So in here I have two. Minimum wage law cause unemployment. So this is a positive or normative?
Positive.
Positive, because they explain if you do the minimum wages, then you will create something, create unemployment. So the government should raise the minimum wage. Positive or normative? Normative. You just describe what you have to do. Okay, you just prescribe the word. Okay, what you should do. Okay, so an increase in the interest rate will cause a decline in the investment. Positive? Normative?
Positive.
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 Positive, because cost.
Positive.
Okay, yeah, good. Because that describe what will happen. Okay, the government should provide the health care to everyone irrespective of their income level. Positive?
Normative.
Normative.
Yeah, correct. Normative. They just describe. They just prescribe. Okay, what will happen? Okay, so normative. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. We finished our chapter 1. Okay. Any question? So far, any question? Any question? Don't be shy.
Still processing.
Still processing. Then you answer still processing. You just keep quiet, so. What do you mean?
Doctor,
Yeah.
how about the why one USD is 3 ringgit 80 cents few years back, but now 1 USD equals to 4 ringgit? What and how this happened?
Okay.
About the macro.
Okay, sure. So why our currency depreciate a lot? Because of the demand and supply of the currency. Okay. So if you still remember, I have to stop the record first because it's a bit sensitive topic. Okay, if you still remember, previously we have